we'll see. I mean, in terms of other safe laners, Troll is still there. If they want to kind of pick a Troll for this lineup, outbash the Basher of the Void. But they
do go for the Sven again. Okay.
I mean, it doesn't really surprise me. I mean, we've seen IGV. You know, last game we saw this draft was like, this is IGV. This is a team that very much has their comfort zone, and they don't really like to leave it. That they stick with their safety picks.
Yeah, I mean the Warcry for pushing is great. They don't really have that extra sustain though. They only have the Oracle for sustain with the Spirit Siphon, I guess, from the Death Prophet. But
and I guess the Warcry is something as well you could argue is nice against the Chrono.
It's decent. Yeah.
Get it out before he jumps on you. If you're outside, just to have something to buff up your teammates and help him from the punches from Void.
Now we're gonna get to find out which position is this Earthshaker? Is it the GH?
Let's have a look.
Or is it the mind control? Or even where is this Void? I'm like 90% on this a Matu Void.
It's got to be a Matu. Yeah, I really feel that it has to be a Matu. But you're right, I think the Shaker's definitely the biggest question mark. I think I'd expect this to be mind control's hero. I mean, I guess you look at how many offlaners are banned out maybe, and you say, what have we got to look at? And to be fair, not a lot of offlaners are banned out. There's a lot of options still there for the offlane. And a little less so with the supports, you know. Roaming around, Nyx, Night Stalker.
Someone usually sticks to their guns. I'm trying to think what...
Yeah.
I mean, really outside the box would be like a Tide Hunter or something, but they haven't drafted that like at all.
What about like a Mind Control Legion? Extra bit of setup, a bit of save as well. I haven't seen that in a long
time either, yeah.
Get the Mind Control Legion out. Something.
Maybe that is where they have to kind of throw the Shaker out there, because it's really limited for him now at this point.
Move the silence from the Void. Let's do it. Let's get some Mind Control Legion. Come on.
Maybe they do some double bubble. They grab some like Enigma.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Double bubble. I'm feeling that as well. That's very nice against the Sven.
Super good versus the Sven, yeah. Could be a possibility. Good versus the high ground siege.
There is the Earthspray and the Deeper. They've got a lot of long distance silences that could be annoying, but you know, rush BKB blink as we've seen Enigma's doing. Yeah, definitely could be a chance. Going right down to the line here. What's it gonna be? The Veno. So it is going to be the offlane Void, I'd imagine. And Matu playing the safe lane Veno? No. It's going to be a mind control Veno. I don't think I've seen many teams do that. Have I seen any teams do that? Is that a thing that teams are doing?
I think I saw it once at Epicenter, I want to say. I definitely saw somebody run an offlane Veno. It was not successful.
Was it Na'Vi?
I don't
It might have been Na'Vi,
It may have been I just know it was not successful.
Okay. I mean, if anyone's going to make it successful, mind control is certainly going to be one of them. I mean, we'll see if they do so, because I feel like still it's more normal to obviously have a Matu playing a safe lane Veno and mind control to play off lane Void, but hey, it's Liquid. They pulled off game one pretty well. Let's see what they bring with this one.
It's obnoxious, right? Veno versus Bat Rider, that's a pretty annoying thing to always deal with, the wards hitting you.
Do you think that's what they're going to try and get in terms of laning? Are they going to try and find that matchup and get a better lane for Matu? Because as you mentioned, the back could cause some issues. Could they do that? Could they try and switch the side lanes around?
It's definitely possible. Ideally, I would imagine they want the Void safe lane, and then maybe they just run these two supports running around.
Okay.
This is literally like a throwback to Ti4 if that's the case, where they just have, all right, Earthshaker, Shadow Shaman, you guys just run around and get kills. We pretty much have three solo lanes, and you guys just go make stuff happen. I don't know. It's different. It's definitely a different approach by Liquid. That's nothing. I think I saw them play Venomancer once at Dream League.
Who played it? It was Matu. Or did Miracle?
You know, let's actually check that one.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment...
I mean, it was Matu, yeah. That was the Matu.
It was Matu, yeah. Matu played it at Dream League, didn't he? Yeah.
Yep. Oh. So, I mean, they have played the hero, but now they're throwing it in the offlane.
Yeah, and there's indeed no swapping going on here.
So let's see.
Will indeed be a mind control offlane Venomancer this game.
I thought perhaps for a moment, maybe he goes for just straight jungle items and just jungles, but Radiant's not as good as Dire for that. However,
no, it's not, yeah, you're right.
He just goes boots.
Yeah, so he's ready to lane. And, well, what's he expected to be up against? Obviously... Paparazzi is going to be there, and there's no doubt about it at all. You know, mind control is able to do his stuff in the lane. It's incredibly annoying to farm against as a Sven.
Yeah, I guess maybe they're just going to try to super pressure this. Oh, Dogfight's is walking up into... This is a Gale Fissure combo.
Yeah, this is going to be messy. There's the Gale. They'll start to get the punches through. They'll block him off. I mean, he has got the roll, but there's no way he gets out of this one with the Shackle coming in. Miracle throwing down the It's a Gay Gay. It's Liquid claim themselves first blood. Always, I mean, there's always going to be the chance that happens, isn't it? If you're a support coming up, trying to get some wards up, Sometimes there's going to be a whole team there, sometimes there's not. And Liquid, in fact, they want more blood. They're smoking up.
This is one of the old concepts people used to talk about, the or the Earthshaker Veno.
Yeah.
It's one of the strongest level 1s, because if you get like a multi-hero Fissure into a multi-hero Gale, the fight's so hard to take. Scale is so devastating early on.
If they hit this Gale, it's going to be another kill. Surely. I mean,
They're actually just
Paparazzi,
able to pressure with this try.
that Fissure clip, they would have got it.
So they're gonna be, seems like they're gonna do like triple solo lanes and just have the supports running around. That does seem like the plan coming out. But starting top right away, Paparazzi's actually able to claim the rune, and they're also looking like they're gonna be able to bring down My Control with the stun and the Oracle setup from Fortune's End. And now KuroKy, the Orb of Venom. This is a Shadow Shaman.
Gee.
250 movement speed.
Yeah.
Eat the mango, and KuroKy is dead as well.
And not only getting that, I mean, down on KuroKy will hold on and be less safe. But he's got... At the same time, down bottom, Injuly and Matu. Injuly was actually able to take the bounty rune from the Void as well. Just sat on top of them, was quicker with the clicker.
Matu was actually forced to skill time dilation too, so the stickies don't add up all the way to like 10 or something, because he had 5 or 6 on him at one point. So, alright, so they're going to start in that top lane. They're going to do like a pseudo try-aggressive for now. They don't really have a crazy amount of sustain between this lane. I don't imagine they'll stay up here too long, but this forces reaction from IGV. They want to be able to... Their big hero in this game is the Sven, and they need to now pretty much have the Earth Spirit sit around him.
Look at this middle lane.
Mid.
Yeah, Miracle's playing very deep and aggressive here. Up on the high ground of IGV. See, just the level 1 on the Earth Spirit does only have the roll as well, so... You know, really until... Yeah, Cicada needs at least that level 2, and he hadn't quite had it, so yeah, not really a lot the dogfights could do in terms of ganking.
It is one of the best like kill kind of setups, right? You just get a roll and you put the Spirit Siphon, and you have pretty good kill potential on most heroes. But yeah, Miracle is just dominating the mid lane right now. 7-1, having that Force Spirit out early.
Getting the pressure back in onto Cicada. But yeah, so I guess what... Putting the 3 heroes up there, they just really want to, as you say, force the supports to remain on this top lane, away from being able to gank Miracle, and at the same time try and slow down Paparazzi and make sure that he doesn't get those crucial first couple of items like we saw him do last game. Even though he didn't have the most amazing time in the lane, he still got those treads in the Mask of Madness, and as we saw, you know, they didn't win the game, but the Sven at the end of it all was still pretty farm.
Yeah, I think the idea for them is it's like a triple kind of reason that they're doing it. It's to pressure the Sven, to make the supports kind of stay up there.
Yep.
But then also, Venomancer, he can jungle, but that's not where he wants to be with the type of playstyle they're doing here. They don't have anywhere he can go if he's not in that lane, so they have to start the try there. So we do see rotation bottom. Yeah. Dogfight's trying to set up now for Matu.
Time dilation's down. If they can connect the roll after that first jump, with the stacks building up, Matsumba Man, he may be dead here. Angelay's taking a lot of punches from the tower. They get the kill. GH will be able to make sure that Angelay is punished. We'll see if he can get dogfights as well out of this one with the Sunstrike. That's going to do it. Miracle picks it up. So they lose Matu, but Liquid, they do make IG Vitality pay for it.
Super worth it, yeah. It actually, like, GH coming in, getting the experience for the kill on the Batrider is amazing, but then he also gets the experience from the secondary game, but also Miracle gets it. So that's like a huge win for them coming out in this early start. Top lane, KuroKy being isolated. Looks like he's gonna get the TP out though, but the neutral creep it switches and kills him. He pings it too, he's like, what? He had the Fairy Fire. If he had Fairy Fired pre-TP, he would have maybe actually lived there, but
he didn't expect
that. The Hellbear Smasher just walks up and kills him. But mid lane now, the rotation from Dogfights, we were distracted. But the roll, the smash, and the Spirit Siphon easily able to bring down Miracle, who was playing on the opposing high ground.
Poor old Current. Yeah, as you said, you know, with that in regards, even though the lane, you know, as we've seen, Miracle's been keeping it constantly up in the high ground of IGV. You know, Cicada being a Death Prophet has been able to keep up and keep the lead with the CS, thanks to the Crypt Swarm, just being able to deal with that pressure that this Invoker puts on in the laning stage. So, starting to see, the real strength for this pick in this mid lane.
Pretty interesting how this matchup now works too, because we've been seeing the rise of the double nulls on the Invokers and a lot of the int heroes, while the Death Prophets, a lot of time, I don't really see them always go for the double null. Sometimes they do, but Cicada this time is just going for the phase boost, so he actually has quite a lot less damage than the Invoker does.
And top lane, to be fair, you know, they see the Veno, they see Mind Control, and this time he was on his own. He didn't have KuroKy that too close by in the neighborhood, and GH is on his walkabouts with the rotations, so IGV themselves just noticing the opportunity to make that sort of a jump without any sort of return being threatened by Liquid.
Yeah, Liquid's just doing the rotations now. And, okay, KuroKy actually gets spotted placing down that high ground ward, but Dogfight's placing an early Obsword in the mid lane for that first night rotation. Bottom lane, in July, GH and Matu were trying to get aggressive on him, but able to just Firefly away.
I will have a Fisher in a couple of seconds, but yeah, GH has to be careful. A Flame Break to knock him back as well means that there's no chance he can quite close the gap for getting both of his spells on target.
Liquid still has a walking courier. Oh, there we go. Kuroki was quite broke. Still no boots. Gotta get the first set of wards and the upgraded courier.
Oh, they're looking towards mid, the two of them. This is going to yet mean again that Mind Control is alone up on the top lane. Could be vulnerable if IGV catch wind of this. IGV themselves do have... They have dogfights looking towards the middle lane, but it's going to be a hard play to make with GH and Kuroki both backing up Miracle. Keeping that Invoker safe. Bottom lanes continue to just pretty much be fairly even in terms of trading between the two. 21 and 4 on Matu in July, 20 for 4. Is this kind of expected, or did you expect one of these to sort of break away in the 1v1?
I thought in July would actually be a little bit ahead, more ahead than this, especially with the rotation coming out. But he did die once, and then GH rotated down as well, so that can definitely put a bit of a factor into it. And I think, like overall, I think Matu is a bit of a more a better laner, but I guess maybe also the risk as well is like you playing in the off lane, you don't have good vision on the side there. One rotation from a Shadow Shaman, you can pretty much just die. So maybe a little bit of fear coming into him.
I've got dogfights coming back over. He's now got level 3 on the Earth Spirit, so definitely kill potential if Matu was out a little too far. Dogfight's actually going to get wind of GH coming back into his own jungle here. Not quite enough damage to play around with him fully, and dogfights will keep his distance.
You gotta watch out. Whenever the Earthshaker's like running around like that, it's not just a Shaker. The Sunstrikes are always possible to come in, and he has the chain stun to be able to land those. So always gotta add that extra damage in before you try to make any aggressive play on a Shaker. Yeah,
some TPs to mid now from IGV as they bring Super across. Maybe ready in case Miracle starts to go in again. And as we've seen, Miracle likes to play this mid lane very aggressively, coming up to the high ground time and time again. This time, dogfights will come with the smash. Sakata tries to go for the Siphon, but immediately has to back off. Jackal will connect from Kuroki. Not quite enough of the duration there to allow GH to get in with the aftershock from the Enchant Totem.
Bit of split decision there. GH throws the Fissure left for the Earth Spirit. Kuroki was trying to get the grab on him, but just not able to get in range. But you can see the plan that now IGV was trying to do. They're trying to just give Sven solo experience, solo everything, and get their stacks going. Actually missed the Ancient stack when they used the Shrine there, but they're sitting around the mid lane still trying to secure Sakata and try to get those kills on Miracle, but it's under a ward. Liquid sees everything that's happening here.
So, yeah, as you mentioned, it's just going to be so hard for RGV to get that surprise play out.
And now it becomes really scary. If you don't kill the Invoker, if he's not in a very bad position, now you have to watch out, because Void is 6. If you make a play too aggressively, you can just get counter-initiated so hard by a Chronosphere, and that's absolutely devastating. Paparazzi gets brought down by the Sunstrike combo with this Shaker.
In July wants to go in from the sidelines with this lasso.
He's got a Dust, too, so he isn't really trying to look for... They really want Miracle dead. Bringing 4 heroes mid and a Dust committal that early from a Bat Rider from the offlane, that definitely is a telltale sign, if anything.
Yeah, Miracle, of course, just backing away from the lane into the side jungle. Making sure that he's very hard to catch. And at the end of the day, these 4 heroes from RGV hovering around mid, it's not really getting a lot done.
No.
This is a fair bit of time wasted from RGV.
And Mind Control is just like, okay, thank you. I'm just going to siege your top tower, and he's going to be able to bring it down extremely quickly here. It's almost level 6 on his way to level 7. See IGV now go for the smoke. They know Miracle's jungling.
They've got to get this. They've spent so much time looking for him. And with a lasso, they should have a good chance. Out comes the Ghost Warp, and indeed in July.
Who's that? Okay, give him dogfights.
I was going to say, I looked at the bat, I was like, where's his Dust gone? And he had given it over, but there, potential's he's still in the Firefly. I don't know if they can save Miracle here. He'll try and turn and drop something, but he gets nuked down by the Purifying Flames. They've lost one. So, despite, I mean, Matu came in with the greatest of intentions. I don't really know if there was any sort of play that could have saved the Miracle's Invoker there. But at the least, it looks like they're able to turn it around and get a few kills out of it. They're taken down 2. Sakata's coming back in, though. Does have the Ghosts out. Matu with the Time Warp is stuck in the trees, cuts his way out of it. In July, getting ticked down, though. That's going to be a 3rd really in succession there for the side of Liquid. Sakata, though, himself will find a 3rd in return as he finds Kuroki. He's looking to try and chase down Mind Control with the Siphon, but the slow from the wards causing issues. He'll now just go for the straight TP out, but he's not going to make it in time. GH literally only just hit 6 but that was enough to have that instant cast point of the Echo Slam, proccing the Aftershock, cancelling the TP. I think if he didn't have that, the Enchant Totem may have been too slow with the cast animation, but nonetheless, he has the ult, gets it out, and they do get the Death Prophet as well at the end of it also. A bit of a scrappy fight, but I think at the end of it doesn't quite record it. I think Liquid did end up losing 3 heroes, Vitality losing 4, and Vitality definitely the ones that seem to commit more to that. You know, that's them dropping the Ghost, going for a kill. The tier 1 is still at great health, so now they're going to have this time where they can't take any tier 1 towers with the Ghost.
Yeah.
Liquid are going to be fine with this, I think.
I think that they're very happy with that, yeah. I mean, it was the first Chronosphere used, and Matu didn't get, like, good damage like coming into it there, but he ends up surviving the whole fight. GH as well, we see the Earthshaker with Arcane Boots halfway to a Blink Dagger as a 4 Earthshaker. It's pretty damn impressive. And you can just feel that IG is... They feel pressured by this Invoker. That movement right there, just like... that like breathes pressure. They're like, what's happening? We have to make sure to gank Miracle. We need to blow so many resources, and Liquid comes out ahead. So definitely painful thing there for IGV. What was the Oracle during that? Was he just farming top?
No, he was in it. He got the first kill on the... he got the Purifying Flame Duke, but then he did die.
He died, and he was just... That fight went on for like almost a minute, so he did respawn and go back top.
Yeah, I think it was like the first death on IGV.
Yeah, that's right. I do see it now. Yeah, Matu ended up cleaning him up there. Bash. The 1-1-4 build by Matu in that fight there too. Invoker got the Alacrity on him, so he had a bit of bonus damage in it, but...
We're actually bringing Paparazzi in at this point. Towards Kuro. I mean, they will get the Shaman at least. They'll want to get more, though. At least a tower out of this committal of the God Strength. They've got the bottom wave pushing in, and looks like Liquid will just let them have it. Matu TP's out. Does have the Chrono back up, but with no Echo, and obviously at this point Miracle's still focusing on trying to get the Midas done. They don't really want to react to that sort of play too much, so Paparazzi, by the looks of it, will be left on his own to push down this tier 1. Fortification comes out, the rest of IGV themselves actually heading back towards the middle lane.
Mind control, getting surrounded.
He's very deep here. Will pop out the ult. He managed to get the connection onto 3 heroes, so a good ult in respect to that. The smash and the silence coming out to Matu, trying to get himself away from the Siphon. There's the Fissure to hold them back. The Chrono comes in. Can they actually kill off Cicada? They do. They just have enough damage as the bash comes through from Matu, but instantly Super just turns, nukes down 1. In fact, Super, he claims a 2nd as he gets himself in the false promise. He's almost certainly going to die after the duration of it, but at least he brought down a couple of heroes with him. The team won't mind that at all, but at the end of the day, it is the mid laner going down.
And Exorcism got used.
And Exorcism getting used again, so they got the tier 1 bottom. Paparazzi did finish it off, but obviously that meant he really wasn't in position to get involved with the team fight. He just continues with the farm, heads straight back up to the top lane.
It's just not the ideal usage of your Exorcism.
Yeah, you're not playing this game out how you want to as a Death Prophet at the moment.
Top lane, Liquid just being very quick with their movements. They have the Echo Slam ready. GH is trying to set up for it. It's on the creep wave too. Sunstrike follow up. Mind control is there. Do they have enough to finish off Paparazzi? He does not have a TP.
Maybe if he had a TP, he could have had a chance of getting out. He's going to be backed up by Super, and in fact, that will be enough with the heals.
Yep.
They do keep Paparazzi alive, so in terms of using ults to not too much effect, GH, of course, now without that Echo Slam for 2 minutes. But you definitely can't blame him for going for that. He sees the Sven, knows that he's going to have a good chance. Just so happened to be that Super was in the neighborhood. As we've been seeing, I'm pretty impressed with Super's play so far. Yeah. He tries to go for the setup onto Mind Control, but the backup is there for the Shaker. But Super's 4-2-4. He's been doing a good job with the kills securing with the Purifying Flames. But it's been necessary. You know, these are kills that he's not stealing. They're only getting these kills because he has that high nuke damage.
I mean, that's what an Oracle should be doing.
Yeah.
Not every time with the Purifying Flame, but last hitting is usually pretty fine on that hero with that type of situation. You do need some items and some plus skills. It's alright. It's alright.
So now we're going to see GH. Decent timing on the blink, 13 minutes, ready to go.
Already got it.
Yeah,
okay, that's pretty. That's really damn fast.
I mean, look at the net worth difference between him and the Death Prophet. It's.
I mean, him and the Bat. He's ahead of Bat Rider.
Yeah, he's up there. Sure, that's actually something. You know, I say that as if the Death Prophet's not doing great. It's not that. It really is just that GH is having a great time. I mean, he's 1-0-6.
Been involved in like majority of the kills. He survived all the long engagement in the jungle too. Got early arcanes. This is just the dream for him.
So Mind Control on his own a little bit, and he'll put the ult out, but there's no escape for this Venno. In July, Paparazzi surround him and will take him down. So I mean, I guess sometimes he's expected as a Veno. You're going to put him in a lane, he's going to push it out.
He'll die.
Sometimes he's going to get
Sometimes he's
caught.
going to get caught.
And now, well, potential turnaround here. There's going to be the roll forward from Dogfights. They'll turn around with the stun. Matu jumps forward, and you should be able to find the Earth Spirit. The question is if they can get anything more. That fish is sort of blocking off Liquid from initially being able to go up for more.
Liquid initially used their chrono there to jump the Death Prophet, but Super was behind just false promises right away, and they, it's a big awkward engagement. So Shadow Shaman Wards used to kill the Earth Spirit, not necessarily on a tower, but kills a kill, saves Kuroki too. He's very, he's usually pretty liberal with the way he uses his ultimates since he's a 5.
I mean, seen both teams have been this game. Yeah, just throwing it out in any sort of chance that they feel that they can't get a kill. And
ooh, we got a lot of blink daggers.
We have. But what was that on the Sven and the bat?
Yep. So we should see a smoke coming up for them right after this one. Try to get that, keep that aggression going. They do have what, tier 1 mid that they could go for. Death Prophet's already kind of pushing that one forward. So maybe they'll smoke and try to go for a wraparound on that mid.
here as well. They could risk trying to take it there. I mean, there's no wall coverage at the moment for Liquid. We'll see if they do just ignore it. But getting that on Paparazzi could be nice. Yeah, he's taking it. He's taking it. Here we go.
They actually make their way bottom. They see GH.
Well, they're kind of back and forth. They go bottom, they go top. They're kind of still deciding on it. It looks like they will settle on the mid lane.
Everyone from Liquid is there, though, but uh-oh. I don't think Liquid knows this is coming.
There's the jump. Oh, doesn't actually get the stun off in time. Kuro gets the chance for the Hex. It won't still be enough to save in those. Dogfights is there with the Boulder Smash. Super's actually there already, hiding in the trees with the wraparound. Holds GH in place, allows them to take another very successful smoke from IGV. They'll not only get the kills, they should have a good chance of finishing off this tower as well with a bit of time left on the Ghost.
Yeah, it was just ideal. Like, Staccato was pushing mid anyway, so they were just like, this is perfect timing.
I mean, Paparazzi can get more. He can maybe look towards Matu. He still has the God Strength available. He's going to go for it with the time walk he used. Oh, he needed that Boulder Smash to connect. He needed that Boulder Smash to connect. That would have been a kill, but it was slightly off the mark, and because of that, Matu gets away. That's gotta hurt. That was a surefire kill if that connected.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dogfights with an uncharacteristic misplacement there of his shot.
Just slightly too slow. You know, that slowness of the Boulder Smash there, playing it to favor for Liquid.
Very unfortunate. Because 9 times out of 10, Dogfights hits that. You know, he's, as we've been saying before the series, one of the best spirits in China.
Yep. During all this, Miracle slowly just staying on the sidelines, farming it up. About to have Aghanims finished up, about 1,000 gold away. Same thing with Mind Control. Has the mech finished up, going into the Guardian Greaves to remove those silences. It's going to be very useful for his team. And just, he can act as like that big frontliner now once he gets that those Guardian Greaves. That bonus armor will be very useful versus the Sven and the Death Prophet as well.
Yeah,
definitely. That's just actually a really good item this game versus Sven, Death Prophet, and the...
I was going to say, I always thought it was going to be the item he had to get first, yeah. I said that just because of that sign. If he doesn't get off his ult in the fights, he's just a banana. It's like, he's useless, you know what I mean?
Hey, his wards still have some use to cancel blinks, but yeah.
I mean, sure, if he's got some down already, yeah, it's annoying, but yeah.
Dire does catch the scan. They know that Liquid's in the area, so Paparazzi instantly blinks out. That was an ancient stack that he had that's pretty low. So Liquid now at least get a nice aggressive deep ward to be able to watch those ancients. Maybe they'll actually just steal those. Yeah, Kuroki's like, they're mine.
I mean, you said it. He's liberal with these wards.
I mean, he is. That is actually such a good example of the way Kuro plays his 5. When he used to play the CM a lot, he would just CM ult Roche. Because he'd be like, I'm not going to get a good freezing field off in a team fight. Similar situation.
It was still will never top that time when we saw the Warlock drop his chaotic offering on the Ancients. It was that good old Mitch.
Good old Mitch.
Remember Mitch, boys. Give him a Bible thing. I know he's not dead. He's still around. But good old Mitch. That was the best ult usage I've seen on Ancients. This is pretty close.
Kuroki's getting like a triple stack. He farmed a double stack on the left side. And now he's farming another one.
I love it.
That was super worth it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, these ones are nice for the XP as well.
Yeah. And Liquid's all still posted up in the area. Sakata's actually walking up. The rest of his team is relatively close. Paparazzi's coming from the right side as well, so Liquid will actually back off. They're just going to wait for a Miracle to finish up that Aghanims, which is coming on the Courier.
Yeah.
And then they can start to take engagements because they have everything ready. This could actually just be a straight smoke from Liquid. We'll see one push bottom more than likely, and the rest of them smoke behind or to the side of him. Or maybe just a 5-man smoke and have... Okay, so they're going to send illusions to push out the lanes, and they're just going for a full 5 smoke. They're going to check out that Roche, check out the enemy jungle area.
This could be pain if GH gets a good job. I think out of all... good jump. I think out of all these, you're looking for GH to initiate, aren't you? I mean, extra time walk on Chrono's nice, but you want GH to kick it off with a good slam.
I mean, if they see the Oracle... If they see Oracle bat, that's like the dream setup.
Get away with this. I mean, Liquid mass ping. They know that IGV's starting to push up this top lane. Cicada revealing himself. See whatever jump they can go. With the committal of the Ghost, they know that IGV are definitely going to have backup behind them. GH holding onto his spells at the moment. They're going to send Veno in. Mind control with the bait. He says, I'm a human warg. Goes in, drops down the ult, but already on the sidelines. They do get the lasso off. It's not going to be quite enough time to kill off Matsuma Man. Is already trying to turn. Will get the Earth Spirit. Cicada with the Ghost has already found 2. They'll drop down the Chrono, but that Chrono ain't helping them. That's an no. They've just lost 2 more to Cicada. Oh, Matsuma Man, he can't afford to commit the Chrono when Cicada's got the Ghosts out.
And they've got a dust.
They're all gonna die. Miracle held up in the air. Silence cut down. I don't know if he can play his way out of this one, and it looks like the answer is certainly not. But Liquid losing 5. And, I mean, we always knew it was going to be a hard game to find good usages of the Chronospheres, but as we saw then, you know, once Cicada has the Ghosts out, you just can't compete with the damage during the Chrono. A lot of the time we see Voids having issues with having the follow-up damage, and here we're just seeing not only having an issue with their own damage, but the issue that the damage that Vitality can throw into the Chrono is so much greater than that of Liquid.
Yeah. And it was just the way the fight was taken. IGV has a huge high ground advantage. Miracle takes the left route, so he's coming from the front from the tower, while the rest of his team's coming from the side. Mind Control just runs in to try to be the distraction, but they still find the target they need to. They get the instant lasso onto the Void. Yeah. Shaker gets a follow-up ultimate and everything, but they don't have damage inside of the Chronosphere afterwards, because Invoker's playing on the left side. Venomancer's already dead. I'm pretty sure Shadow Shaman died almost immediately right afterwards to the Ghosts. So fighting into that Death Prophet ultimate, if they don't get an advantageous vision or good wraparound, it's very difficult.
I mean, I'm not only I'm looking at that fight, I'm just thinking, surely they just can't fight into Death Prophet ult at all at this stage.
If they can get vision, though, if they can get the initiation, if they can,
I don't know.
If they can kill the Oracle,
hard.
It does seem very difficult
to go against Cicada at this stage, especially off the back of that fight, getting an ultra kill. He's going to get beefier and beefier once he has a BKB. Good luck with that. Yeah, they find him hiding in the trees down bottom. Tried to keep himself safe, but Cicada and in July again, more action for this Death Prophet as Cicada going ham. 8-2 and 5. It's pretty damn scary.
Uh-oh, mid lane too now.
Yeah.
Mind Control.
That's another one. Caught out by the Boulder Smash, taken down by the Sven. And, well, I say the Sven super, of course, there for the kill secure. He says, I'm the carry now, 6-2 and 7 on this Oracle. Certainly, we've been saying that deserves. Yeah, this is an Oracle I wouldn't mind stealing my kills. He's been doing a lot for the team super this game. It's scary, and I think we're starting to see as well why Liquid may have been tipped off or known from scrims or whatnot to ban out the Death Prophet, because IGV seem to be super strong with running it.
Yeah, they're actually playing super well around it, yeah. I mean, you look at the last, like, 3-4 minutes, just that swing that's happening. It's almost an 8,000 experience swing and a 6,500 or 7,000 net worth swing. That's very substantial going into their favor. It was right when they got those, like, double blink daggers up. The Sven, the Bat Rider, they just able to take the proper fights and get that high ground advantage over Liquid. So Liquid they definitely need to watch themselves where the fights are taken, because they lost a lot of their advantage there. Void now, below Bat Rider, Venomancer, even Earthshaker, all of them chunked down.
I mean, I get kind of like in game 1, it's sort of the opposite, you know. Even though Liquid are behind, they are definitely a side that has a wombo combo this time round. If Matu does get a good Chrono and Invoker Miracle's allowed to lay down his combo, it's still going to do a lot. Obviously, it does depend on whether IGV get off their BKBs in time. Cicada nearly has his finished. He's just got to work through the remaining 50% of that Mithril Hammer. But once they have BKBs on those 2 cores, even that combo is going to be severely limited unless Liquid can get an incredible initiation.
Yeah, the BKB is going to be definitely very devastating.
Yeah.
Almost level 18 as well, so.
I mean, that in its own is going to be scary. Ghost. Yeah, as you say, not just only doing good levels in terms of that, but overall, if we get to the point where it's 25, you do take the extra spirits, right, on the Death Prophet? Or do you sometimes 600 health is a lot.
I've seen
with the Chrono in the game.
I've seen both.
I've seen like,
just both. Yeah. It's like split down the middle, dead middle for that one.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, obviously we've got to get to that point, but I guess plus 600 health could be nice for the amount of lockdown.
Yeah, and when you're playing with an Oracle as well, like having 600 health plus Warcry as well, just like that's so much health. So Liquid looking to take this fight around the Roche pit. Paparazzi's already out of mana, but they do have the BKB finished up on him.
We're actually going to get the jump in from the sides as Injuly finds Matsuma Man, drags him back. Can they kill him off in time? GH there, quick with the Echo Slam, jumps forward, but now GH himself surrounded, taken down by the Ghost. Cicada now on a wicked 6th streak. Paparazzi pops the BKB, forces Miracle to back off. Cicada just chasing down Mind Control. Sunstroke will be attempted from Miracle, but it's going to be off the mark. Mind control being chased away from the pit. Should be taken down here as they'll get themselves another. Miracle comes back in across. They don't quite have vision upon him, so Miracle will still be safe for the time being. Same time up top, Kuroki went for the sneaky play, went up, dropped the wards, did claim the tier 2. If Liquid can get back in, despite being 2 members down, this could be strong. BKBs have been popped.
No exorcism, no god strength.
Yeah, IGV realize this though. They themselves are backing up. They know that they have to fight with these big ultimates. So at the end of the day, Liquid, they lose a couple of lives, but they do get IGV away from the pit. And as we saw, Kuroki does take a tier 2.
Yeah, it was a very scrappy kind of engagement. Like, there's an engagement happening on the right and an engagement happening on the left. Dogfights actually get super clutch silence coming out there for them to be able to clean up GH without having Matu get like a good setup for a chrono. So they actually thwarted could have been a pretty devastating fight for themselves there. And yeah, like you said, Kuroki doing that nice cheeky play top.
Can they get back in? That's the question. God strength is back up, and here we go, straight down. Nice Fisher though, coming out in time. We'll give Liquid the time to reset and get outside of the pit.
Everyone's respawned on Liquid here now, and Exorcism is still on cooldown for about 40 seconds. God Strength is halfway expended.
Oh, but they've got a good grab though. The perfect jump onto Matt. Oh, the instant silence as well. GH tried to jump in to save, but just as the blink came through, he was silenced immediately. Couldn't get a single spell off, and that will seal the Roshan here for IGV. Liquid now with 2 down. Not a lot they can do to stop it this time round. Aegis into the pocket of Paparazzi. And yeah, IGV is coming back in at the right time. Nearly was falling to the time there where it looked like Liquid were going to have another chance to reinitiate, but if they're getting that sort of jump onto Matumbaman, taking the Void out, meaning for the whole duration of that fight, there was just no chance for Matumbaman to use the Chronosphere. It's going to be IG's fight any day of the week.
He's really suffering to find those. It's this vision game. It's this vision advantage. It's being able to just jump in with the Batrider, find those clean initiations because of the wards that they have placed. That one ward right there, they're perfect. Fighting around the Roche pit, they get that deep one. That's one of those. This one around the Ancient is one of those. It's known, but it's not expected because you expect everyone else to ward that high ground, the natural high ground spot. So it's a very good ward placement for them to take that Roche fight. Bottom lane, Dogfights. Dropping down to the Fisher meatball.
That's something. And it's, you can never write off a game where Liquid have Miracle on the Invoker. It's always going to come down to how can Vitality break high ground. They've obviously got great push, no doubt about it, with the Death Prophet and the Sven. But there's still tier 2s, there's still tier 3s, so despite the fact that IGV have this lead, again, definitely a game that one fight and that whole 4K gold lead can totally turn around.
Yeah, the lineup of Liquid scales super hard. Like Invoker and Void, their items just keep getting more and more and more powerful. Once Void gets like Manta and the Diffusal finished up, he doesn't have to worry so much about those silences and just getting picked off like that. He actually has his own save mechanic. And Invoker just becomes, of course, an absolute beast when you get your level 25, you get your Octarine, etc., your Lincolns, you have actual saves. Kuroki.
He's kind of been left behind
isolated.
Yeah, the rest of Liquid will get themselves out. Kuroki will not be as lucky. IGV take down the Shaman.
I mean, look how much. The thing is that Kuroki's actually doing very well this game too, and his net worth. He's almost more than halfway to an Aghanim. So that can actually have a pretty big factor into this game.
I mean, I've seen some clips where Aghanim Shaman really does do a hell of a lot of work. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it really is.
We've all seen the one where Jimmy goes and snipes the Ancient.
Yeah, that was
the tier 4s. It's
classic.
ridiculous. Well, it hits both tier 4s at the same time, right? Or something.
Yeah, it's a split shot, and they get the increased range.
Yeah.
It's a nice change. It's interesting to see that people go for it now.
Very good for the defense as well, because I guess if you look, you've not really got the best heroes to man up and punch down the wards.
No,
I mean, yeah, it's not
Death
great.
Prophet. Sven, he can walk up, but Matu.
Again, same spot. That ward's still there, yet to be dewarded.
That ward is winning them
so much. Yeah.
It's winning them in the last like 10 minutes.
It really has, and it's been ruining Matu's game.
I think they had another one placed in that area too, right before these fights happened.
I think they're the first one get dewarded.
I think the first one did,
and then they
placed
the
that
placement.
One. Yep. Yeah. Sakata now, Exorcism expended. It's about 3/4 of the way done, but they'll be able to get a little bit of tower damage with it.
I mean, they'd love to try and force out the buyback, but only being down for 20 seconds, it's because of the low level he's at as well. In fact, overall hero levels, how's he sitting? He's down, and Matu is not getting much at all from this game. And despite the fact that he had that solo lane at the start, it's really fallen apart from him. He's only level 14. He's less levels than the Oracle.
Yeah.
He's really struggling in experience.
Oracle gets an XP gain talent, right? We'll give it.
We'll give it that. Yeah,
20%. 20% can add up. No, but he's definitely having a rough game. We saw that, you know, the one chrono top was definitely a big example that he's not feeling comfortable in being like using his chronosphere in those spots because it's tough engagements.
I think, yeah, it really feels like it's just the lineup of vitality. I mean, I wonder how many times has Matumbaman played Safe Lane Void when he's been against, like, I mean, Death Prophet and Oracle. I feel like that's maybe a couple of heroes that a lot of the teams that Liquid have played against in various lands coming up to this, they may not play a lot of.
Oh, definitely. I mean, like, the silences are definitely something to be concerned about.
Yeah.
When you don't have, I mean, he's still working his way. He's far, far away from that Manta or that Linken's. He actually switched to Linken's.
Is he? Okay.
He's trying to switch to Linken's. It's definitely needed versus the Batrider, the lasso, and the stuns that are coming out. But
and you know, talking about concerned about silences, you know, Mind Control knows what up. He's got a Greaves and he's got a Yules.
Yeah, he doubled up.
Yeah, doubled up on the ability to remove it. Making sure that he gets off those ults is... They can certainly be pretty huge. You know, even if it's when you get the ult out and a lot of your team die, if you're able to bring down the opposing team, you know, pretty weak in terms of their health, it can put off a potential push.
Yeah, it can be pretty obnoxious. The thing is, Oracle's very good versus it.
True. Yeah, they're certainly got ways to buff him back up.
Yeah, negate majority of it, and with Fate's Edict being maxed, you know, 7 second duration, no, 7 second downtime. So it's only 2.5 second downtime. So 7 second cooldown, 4.5 second uptime.
It's pretty crazy.
So a lot of magic damage being negated.
There we go. Ghost back up in 4 seconds. RGV saying they're ready to push in. All ults are available on Liquid.
Paparazzi's ready to just jump in though. He's got Orchid. Aegis does get reclaimed just now though. That may dissuade them from being over aggressive.
And in fact, as we're seeing in Mind Control, just landing down the Gale, it's pushing away the Death Prophet from the tower. So they are slowing this one down, Liquid. But again, yeah, Paparazzi's position is he's really making sure that he does not get caught out, and he is guaranteed that jump.
They're backing up. Yeah,
they really are.
Swearing off. The Aegis was reclaimed too. Now they just need to finish up their items, get some buybacks going along.
I mean, I guess they realize they've got the lead. They don't need to throw it. They're not at the danger zone yet, where it's because of how far behind Matumbaman is. There's not going to be this point anytime soon where he is going to become the bigger late game force.
They don't see many people farming on the map either, so
but
they know
do see Paparazzi.
She's able to slip away. They were hunting
for him. They knew he was around in the neighborhood. Yeah, the ping's coming out of the trees, wondering if he blinked out and TP'd away, but yeah,
now they see him.
Move.
Yeah, they see him with the ward now back all the way up. 10k lead now for IGV.
Yeah.
15k experience lead. You said the Void only level 15. Everyone else on the side of IGV actually is almost higher level than him. It's just the Earth Spirit who's lower level than the safe lane carry of the opposing team.
Matu jumps in. Drops on the Chrono. It is just on an Earth Spirit, and the save is there from Super. With the self-fuels up, I think Dogfights may live through the damage, even though Miracle tried to jump down the combo. They'll get the ultimate out to Paparazzi, but he popped the BKB in the Ghost Strength, turns towards Miracle. Miracle kind of has to run in. They're trying to kite him out. They'll turn again. Paparazzi being brought down low. He can keep himself alive if he can get the lifesteal through. Gets the stun, but the ward from Mind Control will peep him down. And overall, well, they've lost one in return. They have lost Shaman. Get anything more? Liquid still sticking around. They'll find Dogfights. And to be fair, even though it didn't seem like the best of Chronos, the fight ends up going their way. And get the massacre of the Sven, and again, he doesn't have buyback.
He finished the Bloodthorn. It's the same thing as the last game, right?
The same thing as last game.
This time it's not versus a Battle Trance and Troll Warlord, though, so it's a little bit different. Liquid isn't able to force it as fast, but they do have Alacrity. The Glyph is ready, but it's 45 seconds without a Sven. Sakata, though, Exorcism online.
He's ready to go on the back of this. They've got the silence to a man trying to man up with the bashes onto in July. Time walk down to the low ground. Looks like he'll keep himself distant from this. And with the cross coming out here, the wall onto Fisher. It looks like with that Ghost, so it'll be enough to keep them back, but they won't be able to catch Liquid and get any kills off the back of that push.
I think they're IGV super happy with that. It's an Exorcism used, but it's an Exorcism after he hits level 20, so he gets a 10% cooldown reduction, and he had the Octarine already. So it'll actually be coming online like much faster. I don't really see too many people get the cooldown reduction. I haven't seen a crazy amount of Death Prophet though.
Yeah, I guess,
but I do
50
see
movement speed is a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, I do see people go for both, but 50 is a lot. That hero's talents are hard to choose which one you really want. Because even like the 15 one, I've seen people go for the Crypt Swarm cooldown. Mostly I see the cast range, but you know, you have options. You definitely have options.
Yeah, that's hard as well. I guess he went well for the cast range because landing the silence has been so crucial, and I guess it is really nice for silence.
I mean, it's... I personally, like, and I've seen like a lot of people do like the cast range, but there are some people who having that Crypt Swarm, being able to, when you have Octarine, it's down to like a 1.5 second.
I guess, but then at that stage, the damage from that is maybe not that crazy. I don't know, it feels like, you know, the Crit Swarm one obviously benefits one spell, but cast range that just buffs everything.
It's
you know
everything.
What I mean?
It's all your items.
Oh, you're right,
it's absolutely everything. Yeah, that's why it's like. So that's good. He's got great itemization too with the Yule Solar Crest, the armor, everything's pretty much hit right on the head. How's our Miracle doing?
How's he got?
On his way towards Shiva's.
Very nicely. Oh, Midas. Come on, use your Midas then. Come on. Do a Midas. No, he was chilling in that one. He was like, I'm going to kill the small creep first.
He's focused.
I mean,
almost level 25.
Very close to 25.
I think he was buying his Shiva recipe too, because he did bring it. So Matu actually goes for a
What's he got?
Shadow Blade instead of going for the Lincoln, so he's feeling like he just needs to be able to get into those backlines.
I mean, is there any sort of gem out yet on Vitality? I don't.
Yeah, in July.
They do. Okay, in July just had the gem. Okay. I mean, if they can get their hands of it, obviously that Shadow Blade is going to be nice. It's sort of like the oh crap, I got silenced. I got to walk out of it. You know, you can use it in that manner as well. But as you say, also just getting the jump is nice.
Yeah, getting the jump in the backlines, or maybe they're going to go for this type of mind control push top, right? Miracle push bottom, try to catch Vitality when they're split off with these Shadow Blades, because it looks like GH also has a Shadow Blade in Q.
GH nearly getting caught out there. Just Lincoln 4 staff out in time. Yeah, and I guess, I mean, Liquid are probably realizing as well that IGV's warding around the areas where they're fighting has been fantastic, so yeah, just having that method of getting into the vision without being spotted out initially, yeah.
And taking those straight 5v5 engagements is still very tough with like the Oracle in the back lines. There's two heavy frontline tanky people. Yeah. It's very hard for them to just straight up fight IGV still, even though they have a good chunk of damage. Invoker, level 24.
They are going for this, yeah, smoking up and going. I mean, IGV are in a good position to hold it here as they'll jump forward. Mind Control looking to try and get in position for the ult. Will be Stormhammer. Matuma just drew straight in with the Chrono, holding the Oracle back. They've lost GH in return. Wards are now dropped. Mind Control does get popped in the pit, and IGV, they're not done yet. They're looking to chase for more up onto the high ground. Kuroki will hold back the Earth Spirit with the Shackle, but the Ghosts still go to work as Cicada takes them down. Matu and Miracle, the only two left alive on the side of Liquid, will find another. Can they get dogfights as well? Miracle starting to bring out the Miracle Show, cleaning up. I'm actually messing up the Deafening Blast timing there, but Matu will defuse off the Yule Scepter, get the kill at the end of it all. Miracle, can he save Matuma Man though?
Nice
it's looking pretty grim. He's falling low. It's not enough to save him. That's going to be Matuma Man falling. Miracle, the last one alive. Can he really do anything about these two? He's still looking to play around with them. Paparazzi jumps forward, gets the Stormhammer connection. Shiva's Guard out in time from the Invoker. Miracle now turning, looking towards Paparazzi, ready to go back in. Silenced up. I mean, it's a long-ass duration on the silence. The Siphon attempted, but the Lincoln Sphere is there to block it. Set up again with the Meteor comes through. GH back in with the Echo Slam. They are going to get both of the cores. They'll take Cicada down, pop that Aegis. Shah's lighting forward, looking for dogfights. Does get the roll-off. Miracle and GH, can they take Cicada down a second time? He's got the BKB. Silence there onto GH. GH surrounded. Kuroki coming back in. Sunstrike connects onto both. There's the AoE Deafening Blast. The right clicks fly up. Miracle, he is absolutely doing it here. He's taken down a second. He's not done yet. The BKB wears out. They will disarm Miracle, but he still continues to flow out with these invocations, looking for more. Kuroki wraps around with the Hex, but the false promise is there just in time for Super to give Cicada a second chance. The Ghost back up, bringing Kuro down low. Injulize there on the high ground with a Flame Break. Will get Kuroki. Mind Control's out. Miracle still around though. He wants to go back in. He gets vision just in time onto Super. Shiva's Guard connects. There's the Sunstrike. BAM! Miracle does it. Takes down another. Mega kill streak at the moment for Miracle. Going absolutely ham here.
The Miracle Show.
It really is turning into it. He'll TP out. Put his hands in the air for the applause that he'll be getting from the crowd.
That was pretty impressive. And now Matu, he goes for the Chrono onto the Bat, but Bat with the gem able to see him just before it hits, and he's able to blink out.
It's alright. We're not looking at Matu. We're looking at Miracle this game.
Miracle for days.
Miracle's covering up the Void performance.
Yeah. That was just sick the way that he just stood toe-to-toe.
He just did so much on his own.
He knew God Strength was down. He knew the Exorcism was down as well. They were chasing him, and you saw that confidence. It's like as soon as they turned around, he was like, I'm definitely turning around on you guys. That quick tornado cooldown, even though he goes for the AoE Deafening Blast always because it's Miracle. His cooldowns are still great.
He's nearly got the Octarine. The cooldowns are going to be even greater then.
All eyes on
use that Midas, sell
this
that
is what we were
Midas.
talking about, though, right? This is
why teams ban out Invoker.
Because
you know what I mean. Like, say Miracle's on something else, this game could be going pretty differently. You know, but Matu just doesn't have the farm. Mind Control as well. I mean, he has been getting the ults off, but every time, of course, he always dies. He gets the ultimates off, but there's no way that he can get himself back out. So he's feeding quite a bit in terms of value to IGV in these fights.
I think something cool to point out to some players too is that you see that Miracle this game, he went for the 30% experience. He knows his team was suffering, so he knows he needs to put a lot of work in, so he needs to hit that 25.
We're seeing pretty much, that's like the majority now though, isn't it? Don't they go for the 30%?
It's a variance. I think Sumail sometimes mostly goes for the forward spirit, but it's still, in those type of situations you want to be able to switch it up.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, like it just makes absolute sense why you're getting the XP this game. Because your team really does rely on you to do so much. Yeah, even if Matuma was having a better game, he's still going to be relying on that follow-up to come in. And having that level 25, the full combo ready to go, that's what you need.
What's anyone else doing? Everyone else is kind of stagnated for the most part on Liquid. How does my control? I mean, Matu's actually almost got his BKB, so he's switched his build around a lot. He's really just suffering dealing versus all those silences and disables. He doesn't even feel like the Manta's enough to deal with it, clearly. So going for that BKB. He has hit level 20, though, on the Void, finally. So he gets the 120 GPM. So the later and later this does tick on, he's going to be getting quite a lot stronger. And
yeah, it's a decent amount of GPM.
It is about breaking high ground. So breaking Liquid's high ground, like you said, it's still extremely difficult. So if they can keep taking this later and later, Death Prophet and Sven do hit a peak. Invoker and Void, they keep getting quite a lot stronger.
For sure. I mean, Miracle, you could argue that Miracle himself is going to hit a peak, but it's the fact that that peak is so damn high.
Big chrono now from Matu.
It is indeed. He catches out two. Miracle comes in with the combo. Meteor Deafening Blast, bringing the bat down. Paparazzi falls low, does get the chance to put the BKB, the gold string, looking for more into my man. Can he get it out? No, the Shadow Blaze there. Oh, the Ward Trap. Kuroki holds back the Sven. Jump forward from GH, bringing the Earth Spirit down low, but Super's there just in time with the save. Giving Dogfights a bit more time. Can he actually live through this? Trying to roll himself away, but the poison ticks him down. IGV lose two. Super, can he get out? Ooh, just in time. Will escape. But again, Matu stepping it up there, hitting the chrono that they required. Kuroki with a sweet little ward block, making sure that Matu gets out as well. Liquid, they're chasing down, see if they can get some more out of this. There's Miracle, he's coming from the backside. He's silenced up, but it doesn't matter. He's still punching as he flies out the magic. Now with the shackles locked down onto Cicada, they'll get themselves another. He can use himself up, but Matu brings him back down with the diffusal blade. And this game is looking to start to severely go back in the direction of Liquid.
The swing is real. Look at that, the last 10 minutes, about 10,000 plus gold swing now. Miracle just coming in super clutch. Matu though as well, hitting that absolutely perfect chrono. They needed that.
I mean, that's the thing with the Void, isn't it? It doesn't matter how your game's going as long as you hit that chrono.
Yep.
That's all you need with a team like
that. One was like everything kind of falling into conjunction perfectly. The Ward Trap from Kuro, Matu was at like 100 HP. He was about to tick out from the Bloodthorn, and then the Guardian Griefs from Mind Control takes him back up, and now he's full health, and now this is them again. Rax, and a huge advantage. 40 seconds on Sven, 60 on Death Prophet. This looks like it could actually be an easy 2 sets.
There's no buyback. It may even be more than that. They could get a third set out of this. Unless they want to play it safe. We'll see how they want to do it. I mean, Matu, they've got the chrono back up in a couple of seconds. They're sticking around, I think.
Why don't they have buybacks again on these heroes?
IGV
this happened the last series too. The Sven didn't have buyback, and now this time he bought Boots of Travel. So he didn't have buyback, and I think
Envy?
I think he bought Shiva's as well on Death Prophet. He finished up his item before he died. So yeah, they have no buy. They're actually just getting Mega Creep not having buybacks.
And there we have again. There's the jump forward. Matuma Man will drop down the chrono, pulling IGV apart. Super keeping himself alive. Paparazzi back in on this one. Super does hold one back, but it's not enough to keep himself in the game as Veno ticks him down. Kuroki's drop wards on the tier 4s. Paparazzi heads over to clean them up. But it's going to be Liquid cleaning up the bottom racks. GH actually Shadow Blading. Coming back in on this one, teasing around with the idea at least. The ults have been used, so it looks like Liquid will now back themselves up. But they've got themselves the Mega Creeps.
I can't believe that just happened again.
IGV, they'll get Mind Control. Well, I said they get Mind Control. They're going to have to put a bit of work in on them to it here. He's got the Yule Scepter. The Fishing come through. They're not even going to get Mind Control. He's fine.
They might get him eventually.
They'll get him eventually, but he's certainly making them work for it. I mean, finally there with the Stone Connection. They had to put the God Strength as well just to make sure they finally get rid of that pesky Banana Man. And Matu, he's camping the fountain.
He buys a Dagon.
Oh.
And now he's got... you know,
that's what you get if you camp the fountain, ladies and gentlemen. That is a lesson for you boys and girls. Don't be a douche. Don't fountain camp.
Don't fountain camp.
Don't fountain camp.
But I actually just can't...
Because you might... Imagine if that froze the game. He's down for 70 seconds without buyback.
No.
If they just push mid and end.
Okay,
he's got
you know
goes.
All right, well...
If he's just throwing the game... No, surely not. I mean, Miracle's still alive.
Miracle's alive. He's 6 slotted as Miracle with a refresher. Like, I think they're going to be able to hold. The side lanes are going to push it naturally. Mega creeps are still such a devastating thing to deal with.
You don't think there's a chance they could just close it in 50 seconds?
No.
That would have been pretty grim for Liquid.
I think it's too scary too. Like, Kuroki's got Aghanim's. What if he just bots into the base and he just kills stuff?
It's just messing around with his illusion. Yeah, come on. There we go.
Oh, I mean, like, honestly, the IGV is probably they're probably kicking themselves in the butt right now, being like, I can't believe we just don't have buybacks after having such a good game. They actually just lose a succession of 6 Raxes like that. That's a big mistake for sure.
I feel like he was cleaning out the bottom lane and the neutral camp. So why is he not in the mid lane? Get him in the mid lane. He's got DD. Push down mid. Matu's no buyback. I guess they didn't know that Matu has no buyback. But,
I think they're probably like they're probably having the same discussion. They're probably like, I can't believe we just did that. Like they're probably just stuck in their heads right now because that's what it looks like. Paparazzi literally just went to pretty much that the thing when you go into the back of your head when you're just like, I'm just gonna go farm because something bad just went happen completely and I don't know what kind of happened in the game. Like you lose your entire feel of everything because they were in a perfectly fine spot. Like you look at the net worth and it's literally in a succession of like 3 minutes. It's a 15,000 gold swing. Just because of no problems.
Boy. Liquid back up. Matuma
He sold
joining the ranks again.
Matu sold his Dagon. Bought a Dagon.
He was like, let's not be silly.
And sold it right away.
Let's not be silly.
He shouldn't be. He really shouldn't be at this stage. I mean, I don't know if it was him who probably just decided to sell, but his teammates were probably like, dude, come on. It's not just about respect for them, but it's... I mean, sometimes things could happen. Something devastating could go wrong. We're not leading this game entirely.
I mean, that's the thing. Dagon's not even good this game, is it?
No, it's a void. It's a void. You should never know.
There we have it. Aegis into the hands.
Sakata.
And he's got BKB still.
Trying to bait it.
Yeah, we'll see if they can force it out of him. Nice self-heals there to dodge the EMP. Already on the back lines though. Mind control. Matuma have found the Oracle. Hex and Shackles there in time. Oh, Oracle does get the false promise off. Could be pretty big here. Sakata gets off the Ghost as well. There's the lasso holding Miracle in place. They gave the Aegis, of course, to Matuma, so Miracle is not going to have that second life. He's down for 99 seconds. It's his turn to be without, but what is it with pro players and not saving for buyback today, Fog? We're seeing it a few times. Matu will clean up a second at least, but IGV still have Sakata and Paparazzi alive, and there's no mind control or...
Oh, Matu trying to bait the gem.
They may just get in July. They do. Gems on the decks, but Sakata, can he punish this? Comes forward. Kuroki's like, I will take the gem! But he's not getting away with that one. Paparazzi slams him down.
He knew he was dead. But
like, maybe they can get the gem after all. What? Oh, GH!
Oh, no, he went back
in.
No,
Gem, would you pick the gem up and jump back in? Oh, GH! Oh, GH!
Still alive? He's got Shadow Blade in one.
He's not. Oh, he's going. Oh, GH gets himself. He's going. No, he's not going to go back in.
Matu's trying to go back. They're trying to go back.
He's going to go back in.
Oh no, there's a sentry there.
Oh no, come on, Matu, not to the sentry. The Fisher. Could it save him? It will.
Come on, guys.
Oh, Paparazzi doesn't have any vision on himself. Okay, now he's seen this. He's got the Bloodthorn and the Stormhammer. It's only the Aegis, though. Both the Aegis. Meanwhile, of course, they are losing tier 4, so having a bit of trouble at home, actually. But, alright, it's getting a little clowny here. But at the end of the day, GH holds onto the gem. He keeps it. He's got a Silver Edge done as well. Why not? Regen Rune as well. iOS Frog on his side.
That was a clutch false promise there by Super. He was.
I can't believe he got it out.
He was dying.
Yeah.
He was literally about to die, and he gets it off on
out.
Sakata. So that actually won them that entire engagement because they weren't able to chain CC Sakata before the Exorcism comes out. And Miracle not having buyback, so slows Liquid down for a bit. But yeah, it's still mega creeps, so they still have a massive amount of momentum.
Yeah.
But yeah, about a 5,000 gold swing for IGV there.
At least you got a Sven, you know what I mean? So, but it's a decent way to push these waves out. The rest of the team's kind of struggling a little bit with these stronger creeps, but Paparazzi can deal with it.
Yeah, it's just
I don't know if you know. Did you know this as well with Sven? He's gone for the Stormhammer cooldown.
Been seeing that a lot more often.
We were seeing that coming into play just now.
Yeah.
I get it, but as we've seen with those last few fights, just having that. I mean, what does it bring it down to? 5 seconds.
5 seconds. Yeah, we've been seeing actually a lot of people doing that one now instead of the 6. You already have your damage for the most part as a
Sure,
Sven.
that's true. You've already got damage.
So it's about not getting kited, and what helps you not get kited is if the enemy's, of course, stunned. So. Makes sense.
Seeing Liquid getting themselves back into position to try and push forward again. In July, getting swagged on there by GH and Miracle. That's going to be without the Bat Rider for 80 seconds. Again, sidelines, but man drops the chrono, finds dogfights. That's going to be a second down. They're now down 2. Cicada saved just in time by the false promise, gets the ghost out. But this is fine. Liquid wanted to do that. They wanted to poke out the ult, poke out the BKB. Talking about ults getting dropped down. Paparazzi in trouble outside of the base. Does have buyback. He is going to be back for round 2 on this one. He's still without 2 of his teammates, but Superman pots the BKB, goes for the retreat, knows to be aware of Paparazzi with the potential stun. Sentry not quite having the range there to get the vision on GH as Paparazzi throws out the Stormhammer, but it does not make the connection. He'll look towards Miracle, tries to get the side stun off the Forge Spirit, knowing that Miracle had that Lincoln Sphere. Was unsuccessful as Miracle a little too quick off the back of that Ghost Walk
Liquid's just
exit.
dancing around him.
Yeah, they're pushing back in now. Paparazzi, no BKB, gets hexed up now with the BKB on cooldown. Cicada does have his own, will land the silence onto Miracle. They're going to stun onto Matuma Man. They've got the root as well. Have they got the damage? No, not quite enough. Matuma Man able to time warp back out. Paparazzi jumps in with the Bloodthorn, should be able to punish Kuro at least, but they've lost the tier 4. The Mega Creeps really coming in as they're swarming up IGV. There's the jump forward again from Matuma Man, looking for the bashes on Super, isn't going to quite get it. Yule's up onto the Death Prophet, keeping him alive, duking out the EMP. The Octarina heals certainly helping out, but Paparazzi is out of mana. No chance to throw out any more Stormhammers. They will hold by the looks of it for a little longer, IGV.
Matu is going to get lassoed. He should just get brought down for reason.
They are holding Fog, but can they really do anything to stop this inevitable ending?
It doesn't look like it. That was the
It's
spent
so
buyback,
yeah.
and that was the refresher from the Death Prophet as well.
Okay.
The next push should look to be Liquid's time to end it. All the buildings actually are dead except for the throne. So there's no creeps, nothing to tank inside of the creeps. And I believe the Venno hit level 25 too, so we have those 3x Plague Wards.
He's got cheese in his pocket as well, mind control.
Yeah.
Every chance to live and get that ultimate out in the midst of it all. Miracle himself, of course, with his own refresher, ready to go back in.
Arcane rune too. Arcane and a DD.
My goodness. Not something you want to see in the hands of a level 25 rune. If you're the opponents, if you're Liquid, you're pretty happy.
They're definitely feeling great.
Yeah.
They're probably lost the words as well. So, yep, IGV just locked in their base. Just trying to defend against those Mega Creeps while Liquid trying to press a little bit more of their advantage. Even Kuroki's like, you know what, I might as well just farm some neutrals. He might be able to get a refresher as well, and that's when they just 100% close it out mid lane.
Oh yeah, GH, he's just playing around with Cicada. Put with the blink as well. Nearly didn't make it there. That crit swarm connected. Could have been in trouble. GH, he knows what he's doing. Right.
It's so hard to keep the lanes pushed out, though. It's like impossible for IGV to really do it properly. Sven's the only one who can do it in a great fashion. But Miracle's just set up bottom now, trying to go for pressure on him.
They have got a grab here. It is Kuroki, but indeed it's going to be home where the help is needed. Paparazzi pots the BKB. TP starting to come through. GH jumping in, and that is going to be Paparazzi going down. Definitely blast flies through. No buyback on the Sven in July. He is gone as well. Oh, I say that he's got false promise, but I don't think it matters as the rest of Liquid turn towards the Ancient. Fortification will come out. But can IGV really hold without Paparazzi in the game? That is the question. Miracle picks up the double kill as he takes down the bat, and indeed GG is called. It's finally over as Liquid can close it up and will open up TI's run with getting a 2-0 victory against IGV.
Who looked pretty good.
IGV looked really good. It was just
similar. It was actually the exact
buybacks.
same thing as the last game.
The
they had a great kind of mid game, and then toward the end of the mid game, they make like 1 or 2 massive, devastating mistakes, and Liquid capitalizes on it. So good for Liquid, but IGV definitely has to go back and look up with a little bit more patience into these games.
Absolutely. Well, don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have